Hello, boys. Hello, gals. Hello, non-binary pals. Welcome back to the Judgies place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the Judgies.
Judgies.
Back and special guester than ever, folks. That's right. And as we all know, I started a bit. It's a bit that I can never not do. I've been chastised. I've been demeaned.
Well, you've tried not doing it and you got in trouble.
Right.
So we have a very special guest on, which means we have a very special poem. Podcast will save this relationship? Yeah, I sure hope it does. Josh, he, him, and Sarah, she, her, two hosts and also two love bugs. But who are these people, might you ask? Well, I'll tell you, come one and come all. One is a white guy named Josh who likes politics. How original. Why don't you swallow down your limitless pill? Come on, one Ritalin probably won't hurt you. And while you're at it, put on your listening ears for the host of Thus Spoke Zarathustra. R.I.P. Fox, and welcome Sarah and Josh.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's so great.
All right.
Did you write your girlfriend a poem yet, Josh?
I wrote her 3 on one episode, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're not counting the AI generated one.
No.
Okay, that's kind of takes one
that
away.
counts as 2.
That kind of does kind of take one away.
That was an on-the-fly thing. It was a bit.
That took an entire glacier.
Oh, if it was a bit, it was okay.
You melted an entire glacier for that one poem, you piece of shit.
I fed all of the poems into the AI. I trained the model.
Right.
It's called AI, not everybody else.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Josh.
I don't sleep well, actually.
Me neither.
Too much caffeine.
That's another thing we have in common. Great. Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So tell all of our listeners where they can find you, what you're about, all that good stuff.
Josh, you do it.
We're Josh and Sarah
I don't
from
want
a
to do it.
podcast. We'll save this relationship. We are also known as APWSTR Productions on pretty much everything. We do 25-hour-long podcasts, and half of it's Reddit, half of it's usually media analysis.
Nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I do want everybody to be aware, you guys are relatively close to the path of a hurricane.
Yes.
Yeah, we are actually recording live from Hurricane Helena. We are... Hold on, let me get my voice right for this.
He practiced this
Thanks,
bit.
Josh. So outside my window right now, there's a bunch of clouds, and it's going
This is actually
to
worse
rain.
than the practice.
Well, I'm nervous,
yeah.
so thanks
Yeah.
for
All
bringing
right.
that
You
up.
don't got to
Go
throw him
ahead.
under the bus
Sorry.
like that.
I do. I'm his partner. I have to.
I'm giving up on this bit. Back to you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. I want me to be applauded and lauded because I am fighting back every urge to not sing Hamilton every time I think about hurricane.
I would be very upset if you continued to sing more Hamilton.
Yeah.
So
So
I appreciate you
thank you very much
for not doing it.
because my YouTube recently has been getting reflooded with Hamilton. I don't know what's in the zeitgeist. I know it's in the zeitgeist. The Hamilton Broadway cast did a go out and vote initiative
Ew.
rewriting of all of their songs.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard about that.
And
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was
wow.
terrible.
Yeah, that sounds
imagine.
disgusting.
Because it's not
Yeah.
even the original Broadway cast. It's the current Broadway
Oh.
cast.
Ew.
Oh.
And so then you have a guy doing a Lin-Manuel Miranda impression.
Gross.
What is he doing? He's probably available to tell people
Yeah, I
to
don't know what
vote.
he's doing.
Like,
He's-
what's going on?
So, and just earlier today, I watched on 2 times speed, of course,
Obviously.
Hamilton, but every time Alexander Hamilton speaks, it gets a little bit faster.
So,
Oh, nice.
So you watched a video that increased speed at double speed already?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a whole nother level of
Yeah.
thinking. We're playing
Yeah.
4D chess over here.
Your brain's fucked up.
I'm not done. And then literally the most recent video I watched about 20 minutes before we started this call was Hamilton, but it's only the song titles. And so it's just over and over, just like Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton. And then, Aaron Burr.
Do they also make it play as long as the original song was? So like it's still like 3.5 minutes of just Alexander Hamilton on repeat?
No, that would have been funny. Would
it have been,
It was
though?
about a 9.5-minute video. But all of this was spiked because this is not interesting. All of this was spiked.
Well,
I'm
now
glad
you're
you
in
caught it because the whole thing's kind of been.
I got clickbaited by a YouTube video titled Biblically Accurate Hamilton.
Okay.
It is a 9.5-hour video.
Wow.
Wow.
That's right. 4 3/4 videos at 2 hours video at 2 times speed.
Why are you making yourself do math during this also?
And every time they said the name of a song within a song, that song then played.
Oh.
And
Oh my God.
Nonstop, the song Nonstop, took 2 hours to get through.
That
Did you watch the
I
whole
gotta
thing?
respect it a little
No.
bit.
I fear for your mental health. I didn't think I had to worry about you two. I thought I only had to worry about Erica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried for you.
Yeah. That's where we're at these days. That's what watching too much Glee in one day does to a brain.
Okay.
real. That is
Everybody
very
out there,
real.
check on your Joshes in your life.
Yeah.
Or don't. Well, we're fine. Shut up. We're good.
Oh, my bad.
Shut up.
Well, and we just released an episode talking about the Josh hood in general,
Yeah.
the Josh community.
Not all Joshes, really.
That's right. No tall Joshes. I've always said that.
Well,
No tall.
Can you name a
Like,
single
please
tall
don't
Josh?
make that a hashtag. I don't want to see that on Twitter. Sorry, continue.
I can't think of a single tall Josh.
I know a tall Josh. I know two
I don't know
tall
a tall
Joshes.
Josh.
You. Are you sure?
I play volleyball.
How are
with
we
both
defining tall?
Josh, you're not tall.
of them.
Okay.
6 foot plus.
It's not. Yeah, no.
In heels, maybe. I don't know.
In
That
heels,
counts.
wow.
I'll
Is
do
6
it.
foot plus?
Screw it.
He said he was 5'11" on Tinder, and then found out years later he was actually 5'9".
What, you got to hold a ruler? Like, no, you're not. You're not going to
You
figure that
told
out
me
until
out
after
of
the
your
fact.
own mouth. That. So
Listen,
yeah.
At least I was honest eventually.
Eventually,
I
yeah.
also used to lie and say I was 5'11", but that was for volleyball stats.
No.
I was definitely the
Fair
tallest
enough.
person on my team by far. So I look like I'm 5'11" when I'm standing next to a bunch of 5'5" and below.
That's
Five-
at least useful.
Yeah, 5'5" and below
Yeah.
is a slur for short people, so easy. That's our
Oh,
word.
okay. Sorry.
5'5" and below.
There's this whole store dedicated to it. 5'5" and below.
Really
Boo.
fucked up.
Did they call you fiveys or no? Is that also a slur? Because it should be. I made it up right now. Copyright that.
Yeah.
We were just at a show, and it was an incredibly tall show, I noted. And a tall guy came up. And
I've been taller shows for sure.
it was a above average height show, and a tall guy came up and stood next to Christian while his like shorter partner stayed back a couple rows,
Yeah.
and he was like trying to get her to come up, and Christian's like, "You're tall, you guys should switch spots." And I was like, we were like complaining about it to the guy next to us, and I was like, "Yeah, all of us tall folk." And I was like leaning into the bit, and the guy I fear thought I was being serious, that I was saying I was tall.
Was I talking incredibly quiet, or were they just? Was this their move of them going, "What? I can't hear you. What?" They were doing that. I'm like, I am talking as loud as I possibly can right now. I was allegedly, I was a little something. I was under the influence. But I'm like, I am trying to scream. Like, I can't talk any louder, guys. And they're just going, "I can't hear you. What are you saying?" I'm like, I can't tell either. I'm deaf and I have earplugs in. I don't know if I'm yelling loud enough. But I
That's
can't tell
like
if
a
it was just
nightmare
like the
I
perfect
have every
defense.
night. Yeah, that's awful.
But then the tall guy kept doing this thing where you turn around and he like be like, "I don't know. I'm sorry you can't get up here." And it's like, you can just go back there. Go back 2 rows. It's fine. You were the dickhead that tried to cut in front of us.
Yeah.
The anger's still palpable.
Yeah. I'm still a little heated about it.
Yeah, we gotta hunt down that guy.
He'll be easy
I
to
think.
find. He's a fucking giraffe.
Sorry guys, I got gum in my mouth. I'll see that in 7 years.
Oh my god. I could have put it somewhere.
Well, now we'll have like when
You
we're
have
still
a
going.
tissue in your hand.
That's for my nose. Yuck.
Oh my god.
No, because now look, like we can have a 7-year reunion. It'll be like a time capsule now. In 7 years, we'll all get back together.
You and that piece of gum will be common law married.
I don't like that. I don't shit it out right now.
Get it out right now.
Editor fart noise. We don't just talk about tall people on this podcast, though. We also podcast on this podcast, and what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. And I'm gonna put y'all's podcast's name to the test.
Okay.
Okay,
I want-
all
Let's
right.
go.
I want Sarah and Josh C to see if you can save this relationship.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
This
It's
is
not going to happen, but sure.
Yeah, that's not.
Have you guys ever heard of this? Did we You guys mentioned that you read Reddit stories on your show, right?
Have you heard of this
No,
website?
we're
we dabble in it. Like
I thought this was a Judge Judy rewatch podcast.
that's what we
All
thought. We
seasons
watched
1
a
through
lot of
5.
Judge Judy before this. So
And if I don't use any of that knowledge, I'm gonna be fucking pissed by
Yeah,
the
we're
end
gonna
of
be really
this.
mad.
That's a good idea. We should watch some Judge Judy.
Okay. Isn't she
you guys
Chicago?
can have it.
I don't. She might have been for a while, then moved to LA.
Yeah.
A
Typical.
friend of ours, his aunt, worked for Judge Judy. Said she's a saint.
Really?
I believe that. I
okay.
believe that.
Oh.
She's gotten so mean lately. Like, I mean, I know her whole thing is that she's mean, but like,
She's
it's like
going a
every
little-
time she's going a little too hard lately sometimes.
She's the
A
Si-
I don't
girl
know if
after
y'all
my
are
own
keeping
heart,
up
really.
with Judge Judy, yeah. I don't know. But,
a Simon Cowell of American judicial systems.
yeah.
Honestly,
Today I fucked up by watching too much Judge Judy.
Shut up.
Fucking let's go, dude. I'm so ready.
There's
This-
not enough.
This
I've been
is
training for this day.
this is today I fucked up by playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my girlfriend.
It's Shadowheart. It's Shadowheart. He's in love with Shadowheart, and his girlfriend's like, "You love Shadowheart more than me." That's what it is.
Easy. I mean, easy read.
Easy peasy.
Josh, you want to guess what character they're in love with?
I have not. I'm not a nerd. Why'd you think I play Baldur's Gate? Is it
Okay, fine.
Josh,
Damn.
go ahead and
that
tell
one
us your
over
party.
there? All right.
Yeah, shit.
Christian, guess?
I could see him like romancing a guy, and she'd be like, "Is my boyfriend gay?"
Erica, guess?
Give me a list of character names and I'll pick one.
Alfira, Rowan,
Lae'zel.
Asterion.
Lae'zel,
That one.
Astarion, Lae'zel,
Sure.
Bazel.
Lae'zel's
Hey,
I was gonna say Lizelle
I'm gonna
too
be-
because that was the
Okay,
third one.
nerd.
And I
I
assume
always
Kind
try
of
to
free.
not.
you do know
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
I'm like a scaly
Okay.
for real.
For real though, like
Yeah.
If-
I make a dragon porn and I fuck Lae'zel. every time. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
If you've never, listeners, played Baldur's Gate 3, it's a game you don't really need to know anything more than I'll let you know.
Okay.
A little over a month ago, my partner and I were itching for a new co-op game to sink our teeth into. We had heard a lot about Baldur's Gate 3 and decided to give it a shot. It took a bit to get hooked due to the turn-based combat, but once we got into it, we hadn't let go. We finished our first playthrough roughly 2 weeks ago, and neither of us got to romance the characters that we wanted to. Which, if you've ever, the Baldur's Gate 3 is a game loosely based on, or mainly based on Dungeons and Dragons, and you guys struggle. Can I say that? With
No,
this
you may not.
sucks.
tabletop romancing across your relationship.
Yeah.
Because Erica just wants
Like-
to fuck her husband's character.
Well,
That's so real though.
Well, and my
Josh always
problem
makes a what is that? What is
a
that
bard.
called? No, like an asexual person, so that I can't specifically romance his character,
Yeah.
which pisses me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I struggle because here's the thing: me and Eric have been together for like 15 years, and so it's like I don't even know how to flirt at this point, and it's
he
like
didn't to begin with.
exactly. I didn't have much practice. I somehow tricked you into it, and so I didn't get my reps in, and now it's like 15 years later. It's like, do you know how to ride a bike? And it's like, I never got the training wheels off.
I mean, I'm trying to take the lead and be like, oh, he, and he's like, y'all, these shoes are cool.
Well, are they cool?
Well, yeah.
You described him really good.
We decided to boot up a second playthrough to focus on romancing our preferred companions this time around. I chose Karlak.
Oh.
I chose Karlak, which is the muscle mommy of the group. My
Okay.
personal favorite.
Same.
Your personal favorite or this person's?
My Josh H's
Just googling
personal
stuff real
favorite.
quick. Hold on.
I think you would like Karlak, Josh.
Yeah, we
I think you
probably
would
should
like her.
Google this because I don't know who
Well,
they are.
editor will put a picture right here. But really, the thing with Karlak is also her personality is like,
She's very nice.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
spell this?
Okay. I get it, yeah.
Karlach.
So yeah, you get muscle mommy and personality, so it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. She could throw me around.
And Erica, go ahead and Google Astarion.
That's exactly what Shadowheart said
Hey.
in Baldur's Gate 3. But she beats Karlak.
with an E.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
Iowan.
Yeah. He's the vampire guy. That everybody
All right, that
likes.
one I don't
I
get,
mean,
but that's
I
I don't
just
get
me.
it either.
This one's not so much for me, but also I get it.
But they are voiced by Neil Newborn.
Does
Yeah.
that change anything for you?
I don't know who that is.
I thought you were a Neil Newborn head.
Let me look him up. Maybe I am.
He looks like a Starian, but a human.
Neil Newborn?
Yeah.
He is a cool guy.
What a name.
It's just a bunch of babies. What the hell?
He does look like the same dude.
So we decided to boot up a second playthrough.
Not for
I
me.
chose Karlak. She chose Astarion. My partner can't seem to get Astarion to want to romance her due to their conflicting interests. Whereas this time around, Karlak was all over me. For some insight into our personal relationship, touch and words of affirmation are my love language. My girlfriend's a little more reserved and casual. Hearing Karlak's character announce her feelings to me was something I would have never expected. It honestly threw us both for a loop. We were laughing and having a great time until I select a dialogue option for, I love you.
Oh.
Oh, no.
And her character responds, or I'm sorry, he wrote that wrong. And Karlak responds, I love you too, before going on a tangent about her feelings. My girlfriend jokingly rubs her hand across my crotch before noticing I'm rock hard.
Oh, no.
At this moment,
How repressed are you? I'm sorry. That's crazy.
Whoa. Also, like, what I never would have thought she would confess her love for me. Dude, it's a computer game.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's like,
I would have never guessed 2 + 2 = 4. What are you fucking talking about?
it's practically a dating sim.
I was going to say, I think that's like a big part of it. It's like, you can fuck any of them. And it's like, you only have, I think you only have to hit 4 positive lines on them. They're like, can we fuck?
Well, especially
Like The Sims.
especially Karlak and Astarion both just throw themselves at you right away. Like
Yeah.
you have to work for like Shadowheart. You have to work for Gale and Will. But Karlak and Astarion are both like,
Well,
we're gonna
maybe
die.
not Gale.
Yeah, maybe not Gale. Gale, you accidentally work for, and that's why I hate
On
Gale.
act- Yeah, the same. I'm always, I'm like, I'm already in a relationship with Lae'zel. Stop confusing me, Gale. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
At this moment, she gets quiet and eventually asks to stop playing. I try to see what's up, and she's questioning why I got so turned on. I explained to her how affectionate I am, and hearing that, not rebounded, they wrote rebounded, hearing that reciprocated, even from a video game, caught me off guard and turned me on. I told her that she's the only person I want, and I love our dynamic, but sometimes it's still nice to hear those things. She ended up sleeping on the couch, and we haven't really spoken about this since last night, but I feel like this won't be the last I hear about it.
This is crazy. How he had to already be hard, right? Like, how do you?
Yeah,
I just feel like it doesn't work that fast, right?
Does she never say, and I'm not victim blaming here. Listen, like, does she never
There's
say
someone
I
in the
love
right,
you
someone in
that
the
like a muscled out red woman can say I love you and his dick jumps immediately? That's crazy to me.
And
Like, what is he going through every day?
it'd be one thing if he was like chubbed up,
Yeah.
but this dude's
Well, rock hard is
rock
crazy.
I was
hard.
gonna say
That's a little wild, yeah.
He described it as rock hard, which is crazy. Like,
Yeah, and he's downplaying
Yeah,
it.
you're not helping your case.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're the one writing this.
Well, he wants Karlak to.
I do
Right.
feel like this is such an overreaction. I don't know.
Her
maybe
reaction or
maybe it's
him
just
getting
me.
a
I just
crazy
feel like
erection.
it's a fucking video game. Like, if that gets you off, like, that gets you off, like, whatever.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't see what the big deal is here.
It feels very like young people fight.
yeah.
But maybe
Like,
not
early-
emotionally mature enough to have an adult relationship.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, like dude, early 20-year-olds, they always get into relationships and then you fight about stupid shit and then you grow up and then you're like, wow, we fought about really dumb shit early on. You know, it's not like everybody
Yeah.
gets into a relationship at 25.
Okay, so it's kind of
what I
fucking.
mean?
All right, fair enough. I could definitely see, like, 22-year-old Erica being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How dare you get hard at pixels?
No, I swear I already had a boner before it. That would have been my defense for sure.
I'm always boned up around you, babe.
I'm sitting in a
Now, that's a
comfortable
good
position.
defense.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good defense.
Yeah, exactly.
There's an update.
Oh,
So some of you have seen from my post history that we've been together for nearly 3 years now with our share of drama, spelled with a U, British.
Oh.
But that's
that makes total sense
not
now.
how you spell drama.
I was gonna say I don't think even the British spell it that way.
I initially posted this because I thought it might have been funny, but from a lot of comments, I'm seeing that I've been a little blind to a lot of things and then a bunch of bullshit. So this is where I'm putting you guys to the test because I looked up that user's Reddit history
Okay.
and pulled some stories to maybe get a further view into this specific relationship to see if
Into the psyche of
Okay,
this.
yeah.
so we're just gonna hyperbully one specific
Exactly.
person on the internet.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Classic
Awesome.
internet. Great.
Hell yeah. What's their address? What's their social security number
Yeah,
for
let's-
everyone out there?
That's
yeah.
Tracer IP.
that is funny because their username is u/392629595, which feels like a social security number.
Okay. You guys,
If you put it in plain sight, no one will know.
a couple people on this podcast are going to be mad to hear this. That is such a Josh username.
You mean the other Josh and Sarah, right? Not me. I'm not. I wouldn't be upset about that
Yeah,
at all.
not you. Josh C would never do that. That's a total Josh H move for sure.
I was thankful. Thank you for Josh C. I was really hoping like, do Josh number 2. Just do Josh number 2, please.
Okay, so this is from the same user a couple of years ago on r/sex.
Oh God.
All right, great.
Is that
awesome.
a whoop?
I don't know. It feels like it though.
Let's give a baby whoop just in
Okay.
case.
I would never be that vulgar to read from that.
Whoop. For all you new listeners, we whoop whenever we read a subreddit we haven't read from before. My girlfriend is selfish in bed and I feel unappreciated.
Good for you,
Okay.
babe. Good
All right,
for
so
you.
what's
All
the?
right, we're
Uh-oh.
hitting it. Yeah. She never says I love you. She's selfish in bed. Fuck women. I hate women.
This is a 3-year psyop, is what
Yeah.
I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
I have been with my current girlfriend for 8 months now. We live together and the relationship is fairly solid, like my cock.
That was an ad lib.
No, it's in parentheses.
It's
You didn't
implied.
have to read it.
Yeah.
He didn't say rock solid this time though.
We, like any other couple, have their down points from time to time, but nothing ever serious. Something I can't seem to get over is how selfish they are when it comes to sex. I try to be a giving partner. If I'm getting an orgasm, I like to give. King. I often find myself going down on her 10 to 15 times a week.
Wow.
Which
2-a-days
Did
is
everyone
crazy.
clap afterwards? Are you expecting me to believe this?
Yeah, $100% for sure.
I gotta say, that number is a number that somebody that's never gone down before throws out.
10 to 15.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
just don't think that's happening.
If you put the word minutes at the end of it, I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
That's what,
15,
but
that's
you're
what I
saying-
thought that was going to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get pushed off / rushed during sex. That of which is only in doggy, and I don't receive anything else, as well as any request for other positions being put down immediately.
I mean, you're receiving doggy. That's pretty good. I don't like. You're fine.
It's almost like at this point, yeah, it's like embarrassment of riches. I'll ask for a blowjob and she'll say something along the lines of, my lips are chapped. I have a cough. Maybe tomorrow. When having sex, I tend to give her 3 or 4 orgasms when I'm lucky if she even gives me one.
Flex. I mean, this dude, he's making it up, but flex.
If I
I
complain,
don't believe this guy is an adult.
if I complain, her response is, I give you pussy though, or I let you fuck me. I've always thought of myself as a sex positive person, and it's really starting to kill my self-esteem. So what should I do?
Communicate with your partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're 8 months
Yes.
in going on Reddit first, it's not.
That's what
signs
I
are not looking
mean.
good.
Yeah, like why are we doing this? That's crazy.
Well, he's saying, I want you to blow me. And she's like, no, my lips are chapped, which I mean,
As we all know,
That's
great
hilarious.
experience actually. Yeah, when you have chapped lips. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm totally not 15 writing this right now.
Yeah.
I've never heard the excuse of chapped lips before for not giving a blowjob.
Same.
I'm sorry, 14. Let's continue that.
I mean, you guys just must have wet lips because I get it all the time. The
Chapped
excuse,
lips or-
the
oh, the
excuse of
excuse.
chapped lips.
Or you give
I
the
don't know why you're
excuse.
not buying more chapstick at that point, because it actually causes worse
That's
chapped
what
lips.
needs
Yeah,
to happen here. You need to buy her some chapstick.
Yeah. That's a solvable problem.
I do agree. I do need to burst your guys' bubble.
Oh, boo.
I didn't include these stories, but through going through this person's post history, they are 28.
Wow.
Oh.
So they doubled the age of 14. Yeah,
He
to-
has-
to hide. Yeah.
He has 2 children.
Oh.
One is 10, one is 6. And she also has children from a different relationship.
How do they have time to game?
Bad parents. Well, they got split custody.
Oh, you're right. If they just line it up right.
Yeah. Okay, so this next story, again, from the same couple. This was from around the same time, two-ish years ago.
I forgot we're just bullying this guy.
We're not bullying. We're giving.
Yeah.
We're trying to save their relationship.
We're trying
And
to
it's like-
save it.
We like just met too. So the first story that you guys read is about fucking two strangers fucking doggy style so hard.
Welcome to the
and
Judgies.
also- yeah, like that's wow. I didn't expect this. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't.
I'm here
expect
for the
it.
ride at this point. I'm just leaning back. We're good.
Yeah.
We're
Let's
trying.
go.
We're trying to save this relationship.
Sure, yeah,
Right.
100%. That's what we do every week for,
It's-
it's not just a
yeah.
silly name I made up in 2019.
I've listened to all of your episodes. You guys
Chum
always
check him.
say, "Here's how we're gonna save this relationship." Just like every episode, we say, "We're about to get judgy," and then we get judgy.
It's
It's
judging
judging
time.
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
judging
yeah.
time.
Should I leave my girlfriend for continuing to be friends with the guy she cheated on her baby daddy with?
Ooh, hit that button.
What?
Fuck it. If you're
What?
complaining,
You know that
grow a
she-
pair and break up. I
You're
don't know what the
dating
fuck
her
do you
and
want me
you're
to say, man. Like shit.
Your biggest problem is she's upset that you have a boner for Carla. Like, come on, what are you talking about? What's happening?
Let's be realistic here. Let's be adults for 1 second.
Yeah.
This starts off with the letter L, which in my Twitch chat, Broken Brain is like L, but it was just a typo. My girlfriend has been friends since high school with someone who is a major red flag. Apart from cheating on her baby daddy with him for months, she's allowed him to commit serious illegal acts in her home, as well as disregarding her safety on numerous occasions.
Do you think he was downloading games or what kind of serious illegal things?
Pirating
You
You
music.
wouldn't pirate a car,
or-
would you?
I
Yeah.
absolutely would.
Yeah.
I have told her that him and I do not exist together simultaneously and that I cannot be with her if he is around. Should I stay with her?
Wait, did he just drop that?
He's the guy.
He's Superman and Clark Kent? They're never in the same room? What the hell? What do you think? Eric, what do you think?
Thoughts save the relationship?
Yeah, just
Break
like
up
tap
if
your
you
heels 3
actually
times
give
and
a
turn
shit.
around, and then your relationship will be saved. Yeah,
You're just complaining about a bunch of bullshit and being like, "There's no way out of this. I have no recourse in my life."
I don't. This is a very real tableau of two individuals who are deeply flawed and need to not exist in the same room together anymore.
I also feel like
Yeah.
you can't throw out a statement like, if you continue to be friends with him, then I'm out, and then stay.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
if you're a
that's
spineless
the-
freak. Yeah.
But that's what
And
I
then
mean.
he's-
Like, if you do that, then she's just going to walk all over you.
Right.
She's not going to believe any
Which she is.
vague threat.
Because
Well,
she's
yeah,
like-
and clearly she is.
So
What I feel like I'm hearing from the room, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that they can work together through these things, and they have.
Yeah, they can work together by leaving to get each other. Yeah, I think that works.
leaving, doing
You know
the
what?
same
Maybe
thing in
maybe
opposite
couples
directions.
therapy will help.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what?
Who knows?
I think the Baldur's Gate thing was kind of the last.
It's a straw that.
Yeah, it's like
broke
the
the
last
camel's
attempt. That was basically couples therapy.
That was their honor mode, and they died.
That was them
Honestly,
giving each other like a virtual hall pass, and it didn't go well. I think they just need to break up.
Well, what if
Yeah.
we take a look into this guy's life pre that relationship,
You
Are we gonna
really
find his
did do a
Facebook post
deep
or
dive.
something? Or
and I make
Where was he born?
and I
Josh?
make
What was his-
he
What's his
was
parents'
born
name?
in 1983. Wait, 28. That's not close. He's younger than us. Fuck. That sucks to hear.
Yeah, it does suck to hear. 96.
Yeah. I'm 27 in 2 days, so 1996.
nah, you old fucks.
Okay,
25.
Jesus.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Suck on that, JC.
Ooh.
He used to go by JC too.
That's
In
true.
middle
Yeah.
school.
Really? That's kind of
Yeah.
sick, though.
It is.
I always
Yeah.
wish I had a nickname that I could go by letters, like because it was such a big thing when we were young. You wouldn't get this, JC, but when we were young, having a TJ, TJ's the coolest kid on the fucking in the playground.
God, I wish I was the coolest kid on the playground. But yeah,
God, I wish I was the coolest kid on the playground. You're
yeah,
25.
this like today. Yeah,
Holy crap.
they just won't talk to me for some reason. I don't get it.
Okay, the last post here from this person. It's back in r/sex.
Oh God.
I'm having trouble staying sexually aroused with partners that aren't abusive towards me.
Well, you know what? It's crazy. That's like
Why are we? What's happening?
this
Well-
picture you've painted is insane.
Yeah.
I'm an artist. What can I say?
I mean,
You could apologize for one.
For what?
Yeah.
This
Apology
picture
and
you're
tears
painting.
right now.
It's art. It's meant to invoke feelings. Trigger warning abuse.
Imagine.
Really?
I was in a horribly abusive relationship for 6 years, but the sex was fantastic. After leaving the relationship and finding myself no longer emotionally attracted to people like that, I'm finding it hard to engage sexually with people who treat me well. I get in the mood and my mind's constantly searching for some reason that it might fail or something that the other partner will dislike about me, and it takes me out of it. But if I'm with someone who degrades me or hides me, I have no issues. This circumstance has been emotionally exhausting, and quite frankly, I don't know how to get out of it. If anyone else has experienced anything like this, please let me know what I can do to change.
So you just
Therapy
Yeah.
might help.
How long ago is this from?
A little over 3 years ago.
Okay. Well,
And they're currently in an abusive relationship.
yeah.
I want to cry, man. I feel bad for this man. Oh shit! It's like, was your mission to make me feel bad for one singular man?
My
for the first
mission
time in my life.
We
was
got
to
her. We got her,
say-
guys.
What did you want?
My mission was to
crap.
save this relationship, folks. He needs the
I
help.
don't think we can.
I mean, we found his home address. Let's just send him a Carlac body pillow. I think we'll
That might
write a
work.
little note.
Yeah.
Say you need to break up. Here's a consolation prize.
Yeah. He is a Knocked Loose fan.
Fuck, that sucks to hear.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this relationship?
No.
Consider
I-
it saved.
Solved it.
Solved it, I guess. Yeah.
Yay! Woo.
Some things need to be taken out back into a gravel pit, if you know what I'm saying.
I was
Like,
gonna say, into a gravel pit. You love that story. I don't know. Have y'all heard the story of the gravel pit dog?
No.
I have not heard the gravel pit. dog
Yay.
story.
Yay! There was a literal. I think it's like a representative in South Dakota. She had. There was a dog that like kept harassing people's chickens, and it like bit a chicken. So she threw him in a gravel pit, and then executed him with a gun.
Okay.
And then
hey.
she threw a gun in, a goat in there for good measure, because the goat would knock over her children.
for no reason at all.
Yeah. Honestly, she's my goat. Can I say that?
I
No,
guess,
you may not.
how often are we stumbling across the gravel pit? I guess
know.
I just don't even know where I would find my closest gravel pit.
I
In
do.
South Dakota,
I
they're
can think of
everywhere.
three.
Work in,
I think,
go
yeah,
outside
yeah.
and dig a
Dig a
goddamn pit.
Fill it with gravel.
3 gravel pits is crazy.
We have gravel plants in our area.
You
A whole area is like quarries.
You can't tell me a quarry's the same thing as a gravel pit.
No, it's essentially the same
Well, of
thing.
course, it's a pit. Yeah, it's just really big.
She did say there were construction workers near her that watched her crime, witnessed it.
Well,
Insane.
she's a congressperson. You can't tell her no.
Right. So, and then she went and picked up
Former
her
VP
kids
pick. Yeah,
from school. So
Let's get a silly goofy one. How about that?
Thank
Yeah,
God.
that sounds good to me.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
that's good.
It's not
Yeah.
from that guy. So I don't know what
Okay,
relation. We're gonna save a different relationship.
Okay,
Can't
gotcha.
wait.
Thank you for
Cool.
letting us know. Yeah.
We're 1 for 1 today, so I mean, I
Yeah, we
feel
did.
real confident about this.
Yeah. We are killing it. Yeah.
r/dating. My girlfriend wants to know how much money I make. I don't want to tell her. Is how much I make any of her business?
How? I mean, probably at some point
Probably,
it'll be.
yeah.
What
Well,
kind of freak with
question.
money?
Do they work at the same place?
Interesting.
Because then it is her business.
Yeah, for sure.
I
It's
didn't
100%.
say-
literally her business.
I thought you were gonna be on board of like we shouldn't discuss our wages. And I was about to be like,
No,
kind
I'm
of
pro
against-
boss actually.
that's
Yeah.
kind of against a lot of our beliefs here.
Oh,
This is
yeah, no.
crazy.
I mean,
You
like-
should discuss your wages with your coworkers.
Yes. Well, I mean, like 2 weeks of dating, I'm like, I don't know. If someone is immediately like, how much money do you make? I feel like that's crazy. But then if you're like, I'm dating to marry, but I will never reveal my salary.
yeah.
That's crazy to
Don't
me
even
as well.
dare try to look at my bank statement.
Yeah, that's wild.
I run a business and I make a very good living. I typically make between 350 and 500K per year, which is funny because it's our business, but not hers.
I was literally I was going to wait till you were done, but I was going to say that.
You know what? I'll redo it then.
Okay.
I run a business and make very good living. a very good living. I'll redo it again.
Yeah.
I run a business and I make a very good living. I typically make between, I don't know, 350,000 and 500,000 per year.
Oh, so you can tell us.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was still doing it.
Oh, I thought I was going to do it.
I'll do it again.
Please don't, actually.
Hold on, my mic cut out real quick. Can we do it one more time just for safety, real quick?
Just start from the beginning of the podcast.
Christian, bud.
I got you. I run a business and make a very good living. I typically
much?
make between 350K and 500K per year.
Wow. So you can tell us about it, but you can't tell her?
But I live very modestly. Does that change anything?
No.
Okay, that sucks.
I own a 4-bedroom modest house in a quiet but not wealthy neighborhood. Have a several-year-old Honda Accord.
I have a 2020 Honda Accord. That's still a nice car. What are we talking about here?
And my
I just have
lifestyle,
a really modest Rolls Royce. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
it's the base model of a Lambo. My lifestyle is not flashy, nor do I need a bunch of expensive toys or to be taking vacations every month. I simply enjoy a simple life, despite having quite a lot of money in the bank. However, my girlfriend of several months, what's a several again? Get a different word, bud. Not rich enough to buy a fucking thesaurus. Ask me how much money I make.
Absolutely got his ass with that one.
I mostly just ignored her question. I don't feel like it's her business, and I also don't feel comfortable discussing it. I feel if I'm honest about it, I will immediately be viewed as a walking bank account, and it will change the relationship with any person I tell. I typically pay more than my fair share on dates. You should be paying for all of it if you make that much money and such.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing as soon as anyone finds out, they will expect me to pay for everything and be an ATM machine, you fucking idiots, just ATM. I also don't want anyone to be eager.
Actually, absolutely got his ass again. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I also don't want anyone to be eager to try to marry me solely for my money. Is it best to just keep how much I make completely secret from my partner?
I mean, how little faith do you have in other people to be vulnerable and then be like, nah, I can't tell anyone anything. Actually, they're gonna take a complete advantage of me no matter what.
It's a
Like,
very
that's
smart,
wild. I don't
sensitive approach to this story, Joshua. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I just don't get the long-term plan.
Yeah.
So you're not paying for any of the days right now. You're doing 50-50 completely down the middle. And then eventually when you get married, she's going to be like, oh, all of a sudden my net worth is shot up a ton.
Why am I in this tax bracket now? Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Why are my taxes so high? I don't get it. Like, what's going on?
Well,
why eventually you'll have to say that, and then she's going to be pissed at you for lying by omission?
And there's also a very thin, you might not notice it, layer of misogyny this entire time.
Thank you for opening my eyes to that.
It's so thin, you might miss it. But the implication being that she's too stupid to realize that you have, like, money.
Yeah.
Like, you own a house, you own a multi-bedroom house, and you're a guy. Like, you're just live by yourself. You own a new car, or a relatively new car. You run a business. She's not dumb. She sees what business you run.
Yeah.
It takes 10 seconds to, like, Google how much do car salesmen make. And then she knows. She's not a fucking, like, blank slate that is, like, devoid of everything around her.
Yeah.
Because also, like, you said you just ignored the question. Did you just, like, hear it and then walked away?
Yeah.
Like, how do you ignore that being like, I don't know. I have no clue how much money I make. I'm real good with money, though. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying the same thing. I was
know
like,
the
how do
number,
you
yeah.
ignore... Because it seemed like such a straightforward question. How do you ignore a very direct question other than just, like, walking away?
That or
exactly.
like starting an argument like, oh, it's none of your business.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm too good of a partner. I wouldn't get that. I don't have that mindset. Sorry.
Wait, are you saying that I'm not a good partner and I do have that mindset?
It's just crazy that it came to your mind so quickly, and I...
Let's work this out real quick, guys. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Save this
We're 2
relationship.
for 2 right now. We can do 3. I'm cool.
You ready for the twist?
Oh.
Oh, there's always a
There's
twist.
a twist.
even more wealthy.
She's dating
Lex Luthor.
she's dating
Sorry.
my boss, me. I didn't read this, so all these stories I found, I didn't use our stupid, silly listeners' emails. Ridiculous that I would even do that. Not every other week. I read this because the comment, the first comment is so funny. Let me get into character. Rich guy here. I have to disagree with many. And then he goes on. I love being on Reddit and responding to an r/dating with rich guy here, and then talking about how
fucking Mike Trap. Yeah, like what are you doing, man? Like
it's like what are we doing?
That's disrespectful to Mike Trap.
I know. I'm sorry, Mike Trap. That's my official apology. But yeah,
yes,
like
we're sorry.
You'll never be Brennan Lee Mulligan at this point.
Yeah.
fuck.
But then he just goes on and says like, no, you don't need to share.
Hate.
What's that?
We're gonna get so much dropout hate now.
Oh,
We had.
I'm subscribed. I swear to God.
I thought I had
Wait,
my foot in the
wait.
door, and now you guys are just fucking squandering it for me.
Vic Michaelis likes us, so that's our.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
jealous.
She follows us.
I'm.
We haven't
incredibly
talked to her or
jealous.
anything, but
We
I
haven't
know that
talked to her.
I know
This is
she's
a
there. I'm watching.
Formal
Yeah.
calling out. Please talk to us.
Hey,
And us.
Damn it.
hey, Vic.
Crazy.
And
We're
also the
friends.
judges,
So.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure your
We're all
hometown's
cool.
not that far from us.
What?
Come be on the podcast.
Okay, well, that's a,
I only know it
Did you
because
spend
they
the 7 hours to look up where she lives or no?
Yeah,
well,
what's her
it took me
IP
6.5. Give me a break here, guys. I'm not a fucking creep.
it does say on her Instagram bio, Los Angeles to Vancouver.
Oh, they dropped
You thought the other Ottawa, Illinois.
Yes.
The other Ottawa.
Yeah, they dropped a very specific town in Illinois, and I was like, oh, that's not very far from us.
Yeah, they don't follow us on TikTok, so they're dead to me. This is all bleeped. Are we ready to hit a break?
I am.
I'm so
Yeah.
ready.
did we answer the story? What happened with the rest of the
Oh no,
comment?
is that anything else with the comment or nah? Just that guy's a
Yeah.
nerd. Or...
Oh, it's just him saying you don't need to tell your girlfriend anything. Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
It's the same
Oh, awesome.
post.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
I mean-
great.
I mean, I was gonna say that anyway, so honestly, that works for me perfectly.
Yeah, Josh is actually is a men's rights.
Sarah doesn't know
activist.
this. Actually, I earn 80% of the podcast money, and Sarah only gets 20%. But listen, we don't need to talk about that right now.
I
Don't
mean,
look.
just like the veiled, thin layer of misogyny. I do know. I have figured
Don't
it
look
out.
at the camera quality difference. It's fine. All right. Like don't think I don't have a Blackmagic 4-cam input $5,000 computer. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
The comment says just be vague and say like I make more than I spend. Living well within my means is important to me. And it's like
Ew.
just say if she asks.
Yeah.
This is wild.
And guess what?
I
If
hate
she-
how people on Reddit talk.
well, and this is like the classic
Yeah.
fucking like the like manosphere type thing of like girls only want to date you if you're rich, and it's like don't date girls who want that. Then find
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
who doesn't look for that. Then they exist, believe it or
And
not.
from what I understand about the women that do date men that have money, is they don't like you.
Right.
Like they don't genuinely like you. They want food and shelter, and and they're using you for food and shelter because their boss has bitches.
Yeah.
And then they're dating like actual people that they care about as well. Yeah.
And
So
honestly,
fully
Good for
support.
them.
good for them.
Good for them.
See you on the other side of this break.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And welcome back on this side of the podcast where we always open up with a
Circle George. What the hell? It's the Circle George.
and I have a very special circle jerk for our guests.
Oh.
This is a circle jerk I like to call the Judgies.
Name out your fucking mouth!
That's right, folks. www.filmot.com. You can search a YouTube channel's automatic captions, and yeah, you guys have
Fuck
been
yeah.
talking about us.
Yeah, we have.
I can name every other podcast I've talked about too, real quick, if you want to get
It's
that
not.
over and
It's
done
mostly
with.
you guys.
That actually
Yeah.
that kind of rocks.
And I
Yeah, what's up?
want you guys to the Judgies.
Name out your fucking mouth!
I need you all to defend yourselves.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, no, I mean, yeah,
What's
it's
up?
gonna be real easy. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I was an asshole.
So I'm
Josh is
continue.
going to be embarrassed. I don't think I was an asshole. I stand by all my statements 100%.
No, I'm a piece of shit. No, this is fine.
Josh
this is
is,
cool.
yes.
So I'm gonna play a clip from your guys'
Yeah.
show.
This is crazy.
And then you
this
have
is
to-
gotcha journalism.
This is why we pay Josh the big bucks because he does all the legwork.
Wow.
It's a Josh thing. So first up, I have a clip of you guys bringing up a part of our show that we intentionally edited out But you two blabbermouths talked about it anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna get our laptops and Shure microphones out, and we're just gonna read this awful website.
Although I will say I do really like the podcasts on TikTok that are the reading the "Am I the Asshole" post.
That
They're
being
fun.
said, I feel they are. Some of them are. I think the ones that I get, they're very.
I only get
it's
two.
like
And it's the two ladies on the couch. And it's usually like,
Yes.
and the two ladies on the couch are best friends. So
Oh.
they have a really good chemistry with each other.
Was that
That's
ladies
good
and
at
I wish
Tangents?
I
Yeah.
knew
Okay.
their podcast name because I want to shout them out because they're really cool. But then there's also the couple with their roommate where they're all sitting around a table and they have two cameras, I think, and it switches between them. And like each person reads one out and then they all react to it,
okay. Interesting.
which is pretty interesting because I just saw one where they read a post about Jensen Ackles where this guy.
And we have to cut it there because we can't talk about that story anymore.
Wait, really?
What happened?
The person that it was about emailed us and said, "Get this away, they're bullying me."
Oh no!
Oh,
Us? That we were bullying
No.
them or that?
The story was made up to bully a specific person in the supernatural
that
fandom.
fucking sucks.
And
okay.
then the bodyguard.
We might have to bleep this part.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. I forgot the bodyguard DM'd us.
We do gotta bleep
Yo, give me
this,
some
but-
insider information. Hold on. Yeah.
So the bodyguard DM'd us on Instagram and said, "So do I get a free shirt or what?" And I was like,
forgot about that.
"What? Who are you?" And he's like,
Whoa!
"I don't know. You were talking about me on your podcast."
I knew who he was immediately.
I mean,
Yeah, but you don't have that. You didn't have access to the Instagram at that time.
I'm the one that messaged him back.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's crazy, dude.
But yeah,
That was wild.
defend yourself talking about a story we had to cut that you didn't know about at the
Oh,
point.
okay. Hold on.
Well, 'cause
how can
I
we?
think
How
that
can we
was
go?
like the first episode that we were going to do Reddit readings. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
That was
Yeah.
probably like first like 2 or 3. Yeah.
Episode
like,
92, actually, of your show.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that the first one? That was the first one.
That
I
was
remember
the
that by
first one.
number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a
Yes.
huge drop off
We
for
were
every episode
heavily
beforehand. But yeah.
Influenced by you guys, which you should feel good about.
You stole our shit.
well, I mean, you just played an entire.
and we were accused multiple times
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
of it. Yeah,
You played an entire
Yeah.
episode of their podcast on our show, dude.
we could
Why is this
copyright claim
Judgies
you guys
episode
right now.
7 hours long? That's so weird.
We got.
But yeah,
Was the other show you were referring to, Ladies and Tangents?
yes.
Probably. Yeah. Okay.
We got accused of stealing the idea when our show is older than the one that we always just got to. We used to get accused of stealing from a specific show. I will not name them.
Yeah.
And we got accused of stealing their shit when our podcast is older than theirs.
But because they're from
That's
LA.
No, because they're bigger and from LA.
Because they're from LA.
No, that's fair. Listen, we're punching up right now. I think
Yeah.
we're okay to.
I mean, the good thing is you guys don't have to talk about stories that involve poop every single week.
That is
So
true.
that's
Listen,
good.
I mean, every 3.
Unless you want to, you can decide to do that.
Exactly.
Listen,
They
we
can't decide.
cherry pick our decisions of which
Yeah.
ones are good and which ones are bad. Don't worry.
Exactly.
And-
We're podcasters. We're not good people. yeah,
It is one of
Do you
those.
think I
like,
do this because I'm happy? Sorry, continue.
that's crazy.
It's like a Sisyphusian task to talk about poop every week to find interesting stories on poop because I like a little potty humor. But sometimes you hit a dead end of like good shit stories.
And that's when you decide to steal content. That's right. Next up, we have a clip
Yeah.
of you two literally admitting to stealing our IP. And you try to soften us up at the end by complimenting us. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, that's weird. And I think on the flip, every asshole is Homelander. That's what we're saying now.
Every asshole is Homelander.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah, but I
fucking-
can't. But I have to censor it.
Oh yeah, every a-hole.
Yeah, every a-hole is Homelander. Yeah.
God, the Judgies were so smart with the apple emoji.
Yeah.
They were so smart. They were fucking. They're
That's their thing now, too.
trailblazers, man.
That's their thing too,
It's
man.
their
I can't.
thing.
I can't
we can't do
it.
that shit.
Judgies, call us and to let us know if we can steal
respect
that.
you, man. I think
All right?
you're the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, I genuinely meant that. So
Hell yeah.
I mean, you did call us, so
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm in the wrong about that. So
We
I
came up
yeah.
with that? AKA you came up with that?
When I used to do CapCut auto captions, I used to replace asshole with an apple emoji.
that makes sense. I get that. Yeah.
And it's because
Smart.
the thing when you were a kid and it was hold your tongue and say apple. And it sounds like you're saying asshole. So you say
Josh, you're so
asshole.
smart.
That's clever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, the TikTok comment section didn't think it was clever because every single fucking day I'd get comments of like, "Why does it say Apple?" And it's like, oh my god.
That's
Say
called
it
rage
right out
comments
loud.
aren't real. It's
That's
fine.
called
It's all
rage baiting,
good.
you idiots.
Yeah.
Welcome to the business.
But
Checkmate.
I haven't used that in forever because now I use Adobe Premiere to do the auto captions.
Oh no, that's fair. Yeah,
Nice.
honestly, not to be too inside baseball, but that has been a game
Is
changer.
it
Sarah, I
inside the
swear to
baseball
fucking
industry?
God, I swear to freaking
Or
God.
is it inside of like what's inside of an actual baseball?
I hate to be inside baseball because it's so small in there.
What is inside of a baseball?
Cork.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so I can cork a ball, but I can't cork a bat? This is bullshit.
I actually don't know if it's cork. I was just fucking with you.
I think it's rubber.
Could be. I'll Google it
If
for
only
us.
if only there was a website we could use right now at the tip of our fingers.
I say that every time Josh says inside baseball, which is 17
Yeah, and
times a week.
I live with that hell every day. So
Very
you know.
good
It's
bit.
the best bit
Woe
I've
is
ever
me,
made.
The
guys.
core is a pill that is a small ball made of cork or rubber.
Okay.
So we were both right.
Shit.
Oh,
The core is wrapped in yarn,
What?
and then the baseball cover,
Is
the
leather?
outside is
Leather.
white cowhide
Oh.
or synthetic composite leather.
Okay, that makes sense.
There we go.
And it's stitched in there because you got to get the
So
it
Sarah,
is
you
cork,
never
I
have to
was
use that
right.
again. All right, Sarah.
No, I'm
You
gonna
know
say it next time because I
God.
still don't know about the baseball industry.
It's true. I
What's inside?
do
Yeah.
think you have to keep it going.
Yeah, I do. I will.
Shout out to the White Sox. They just broke. They just
World
won their
record, baby.
Well, did they lose? Did they break
Oh.
it?
Are they tied for the world record?
They've gone like 1-94 over their last 95 games. or
They're
some
one
stupid
game away from having the most losses in history.
Oof.
Oh, they,
Hell yeah.
shouts out Chicago. I love you, Chicago.
Honestly, my family's a White Sox family.
Really?
It makes me happy because guess the only reason I like the Cleveland Browns is because they went fucking 0-16. I was really hoping for the White Sox to go 0-145. Or how
I
many?
grew up on Braves shit.
How many
Because I'm from
baseball games
Atlanta.
are there?
I
Are the
don't know.
Braves
Too
bad?
many.
That's true. I think every time I went as a child, they would lose.
Oh.
So I assume yes, they're bad.
I think that was a thing with all Atlanta sports until that's sort of the reason why like Matt Ryan's like big season was such a big.
I don't know.
They lost. They were up 28-3 in the Super
We're
Bowl.
on a podcast, dude. I don't know
Oh
how
yeah,
to
the
throw a
Super Bowl where they fucking
ball.
lost the 22 point.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. Oh my god, that was the only time I ever cared about football.
Well, I'm pissed because this next clip is you guys
go ahead.
thinking you're better than us. You think you're smarter
that's the
than
whole
us.
podcast. That's the entirety of the podcast.
Pull a real fast one to get
Yeah.
over me, Joshua Chinland. I'm the Brennan Lee Mulligan of Reddit podcast.
Joshua-
I actually do believe that now that I said that out loud. Quote me on that.
Oh my God.
All right. Judgies, read it on Wiki.
You want
You're
to be
not
Brennan Lee Mulligan so bad.
Yeah.
Just because we got Fat Mercer, you want to be Brennan Lee Mulligan?
I think I'm a little offended.
Listen.
You coined that term yourself, man.
Okay, genuine question. Do you have the fight us in the podcast parking lot
No.
or no? Oh,
Oh,
that was
okay,
a genuine,
all right.
real call out where we were like, we're all both going to Creator Clash.
Yeah.
Let's have a second Creator Clash in the parking lot for Reddit podcast.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up as I saw Josh, one of your old tweets about you going to the Creator Clash. So we were all
Just missed you.
we
huh?
were all in Tampa for that.
We named our whole episode
really?
about
Damn, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said meet us in the podcast
Yeah.
parking lot.
Okay, I can defend myself on that one. I don't remember that, so let's move on.
Josh just said shit.
No,
Checkmate.
also, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why I leave half the things in. Honestly, it should just be Sarah speaking for 2 hours as opposed to me speaking for.
That's
yeah.
why Josh mansplains. No one likes to hear women talking. So, you know.
And there's
Yeah.
that thin layer of misogyny, folks.
Oh, it's a
No,
thick
it's pretty
layer.
thick. Don't worry. It's
Kind of a
I
miasma going on.
wear it
right
like
now.
a badge of honor sometimes. Listen, it's
Yeah.
there.
Josh has his own bit called Progressive Misogynist Joshua Chinland.
Yes, yeah.
Where he says he thinks bitches should have rights. That's his joke.
Sure.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Lost it. This next clip, you guys just straight up called out a podcast, a certain podcast. I won't name it.
That's
You got a team and you are still like,
I don't want to call out another podcast, but I
Yeah.
do want to say
Totally.
if you're tagged in a fucking thing and it says, hey, you guys
should
should talk
fucking do
about
this.
you shouldn't say, oh, thank you so much for letting us know about this.
And then not do anything.
And then
But
not
if
do
that was
anything.
recent, who knows? Maybe
They
they're
might do
working on it.
something, yeah. So, you
I
know,
hope they are.
I hope they do too. And like, and I will say this right now, I'm happy to see, like people reach out and like fucking actually, like people that were mutuals with that, like, they
That
didn't.
started.
Yeah, it started,
after we
like
did.
howdy all did it, then we did it, and like fucking the Judgies, they've
They have been.
been talking
also.
about it for a while, but now they're also doing like charity streams. They're talking about
Yeah.
Operation Olive Branch.
You saved
thank
your
God.
asses at the end. I'll tell you that much.
No, I listen.
Just clips of us genuinely loving you guys.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
this is not a gotcha. This is a oh thank God we look good. Oh God, thank Christ. Oh,
It's the multiple times, the only times where we've been like, oh, the judges are actually doing a good thing. That's nice. Oh, hell yeah.
And don't worry, we're getting good reactions. We're gonna Frankenstein and the clips together. And
Okay,
make you guys
good,
look real
yeah.
pieces of shit.
That's good.
is it just gonna be
I'm
like
glad.
you fucking assholes? Yeah, like something like
Yeah,
that.
do you need me to
Like-
like scream?
And
or
it's gonna be you guys
something?
being like, we totally agree with this. You got such good
Yeah.
clips of us.
Listen, and also let me state this for the record too. Now that we're here, so far pleasant
stand by that
experience.
call-out.
I've been enjoying this so far. This has been great. Listen, this has been a
Yeah,
good
this has
time.
been good.
I'll Venmo you that
Josh,
money.
don't
Don't
ruin this
worry.
by being sincere.
I like being sincere. Fuck, God damn it, shit.
I can't remember what the podcast is called, but it's another Reddit podcast. And when we made our post, we made multiple posts, but on one of the posts, someone was like, now you need to talk to your friends over at, and then tagged them and get them to do it. And I'm like, I've never seen this Reddit podcast in my life. Why do you think
Yeah.
we're friends? We
Yeah, I
don't
know we
follow
all do
each
the
other.
same thing. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
talked to any of these people ever in my life. Yeah.
It wasn't on our own post. It was about a separate thing
Yeah.
where people were tagging all the
Yeah.
whatever. and-
I remember
yeah.
that wave going on.
All right, this last clip, honestly, it's indefensible. So
Yeah.
I'll let you
I'll
guys
find a
speak
way
for
to defend
yourself.
it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't want to call out another podcast.
Yeah.
And I will say this right now. Fucking, I've never watched the Judgies.
Couple with their gay roommate.
Yeah.
The Judges, they have a really good chemistry with each other. The Judges are best friends.
Good at
I
least,
wish
yeah.
I knew their gay roommate.
But now they're also doing like, yeah, we're gonna get our laptops and Shure microphones out. That's their thing too, man.
It's their
I can't
thing. We can't
do
do
it.
that shit.
Judges
was Homelander. That's what we're saying now.
I actually do believe that now that I said that out loud. I'd quote me on that.
Oh my God.
All right.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's great.
I just had a real, genuine thought of, oh yeah, everything I say on the internet can and will be
there
used
forever,
against
yeah.
me, and also could just be edited
I don't
for
know how
no
you
fucking
haven't
reason.
figured
Wow,
that shit
man.
out. That really shows that our audience is really dedicated to having consequences for me only, and not Josh.
I've said nothing wrong up
Now you
until
do
this
whatever you
point
want.
right now.
Oh my God.
And that was
Keep
the Judgies.
name out your fucking mouth!
I liked that. That was fun.
That was good. Yeah, if I had my Fitbit on, I would be in the fat burn zone of how much stress I'm in right now. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in zone 2 right now. It's going crazy over here.
Christian did completely ruin my bit,
I-
which is insane because I did send him those clips earlier today.
Oh, Josh acts like I pay attention to anything he
And
sends me.
I sent it to him and I was like, oh, he'll forget about it.
I did.
And now I'm upset that he forgot about it.
My bad. It kind of made it funnier because then it happened in real time. I didn't know that was gonna. Well, I guess
Editor-
I did know that was gonna happen, but I didn't remember.
Editor will zoom in on my face looking at you very angrily for a second and then me going, it's Christian. I can't be mad at it.
Thank you.
After our circle dirge, we get back into saving relationships. And we do that through
Okay,
a
great.
listener submitted sound, which prefaces a listener submitted story. So if you guys want to do either of those, send it into judgiespod@gmail.com, listener submitted sound in the subject line. And I've got a couple this week because we got special guests. Let's play a couple of them.
Okay.
This one is from Azaria. Name _ say equal yes. A little bit of coding humor for you. Azaria back at it again with another dumbass audio submission.
Wait, is
Rainbow.
this Hank?
No,
Hank
we
is-
don't have that poll.
Hank Azaria?
I don't think he's Welsh, is he? This is our Welsh listener.
Oh.
This is
Hell
Aria
yeah.
Banks.
It's is she insane? Is she
I
the
don't
person who
know.
like
Yes.
just goes insane on Twitter
yeah,
now?
Azealia Banks.
Love
Yeah.
that. I've had this idea stuck in my head for weeks and thought, sod it. Why not embarrass myself by being late to the trend? If you do listen or played on the show, then thank you, love you, all you're amazing. If not, you're still amazing, but also won't see this, so I can tell you've been pronouncing twat wrong. It's pronounced twat like cat,
No, it's not actually.
Whoa.
not twat like caught.
It is twat.
Gives it a lot more
I
impact
know
that way.
3 people from the UK, and they all say twat like twat. And not
Yeah,
twat.
well, they're a bunch
Well.
of twats.
They're not Welsh.
It's twat summer, guys.
Listen, sometimes, and I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes the UK gets something right, all right? Only that time.
I was almost going to agree with you until you said right, and then I was like, oh shit. Okay.
I just think their colonial projects did a lot of good in the world.
That's what I'm. Yeah, very.
only the bad
Again,
shit.
I've said this before. Quote me on this. That's fine. I listen.
Jesus.
They said added the Welsh language because I want to hear Josh pronounce it again, because the last time they sent something in, they sent something in Welsh. But the Welsh language is just the word cumrag. And I tweeted about this. It's Cymraeg. And I'm like, that's cumrag. How else am I supposed to pronounce that? It's cumrag.
How do I?
Rig.
I gotta look at it again. Where is it at?
Right here.
Ah,
It looks like cumrag.
that's pretty close to
So they
Cumrag.
say, Teeter Paddle Diad Goru I Bid, which means you are the best podcast in the world. P.S. Happy Bioawareness Week to Ricky. P.P.S. Consider me evidence for Josh's a big hit with the NB's claim. It's not a claim.
It's crazy that the Welsh language is just as made up as bisexuality.
That's great.
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning something today. That's nice.
So here is Azaria's a listener sound submission. Okay.
I loved it.
Perfect.
Little chat.
No
bolts.
notes.
And now a podcast will save this relationship. If you're not aware, we have been getting a Chapel Roan influx in our listener submissions.
Not
So
complaining.
That's awesome.
let's not.
I don't know. Did you hear what she said about both sides not being that bad? I don't know if I like her anymore.
That bad. I don't think that's
She
what
said
she
that
said.
verbatim, right?
I think
She
they
said
were pretty
we should
bad.
quote her on that, right?
I read the tweet. I saw what she said.
No, I heard from a guy that heard from a guy what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
This is from. I can't say their name, which is crazy. You're more than welcome to make up a funny name that starts with an M. So I'll give that to our guests. She, her.
Why? We haven't gone to Mike. There you go. Bam.
Perfect.
Sorry. Phoning
That's a
that
very-
one in.
I was gonna say more Gantha because I'm playing a Curse of Strahd. I'm DMing a Curse of Strahd campaign for Josh, and that's one of the characters.
I absolutely love listening to the podcast, and I often listen in the car when I'm driving to work. Funnily enough, I'm also a chaperone loving teacher. So after listening to the latest episode, I needed to add the Judgies Hot to Go cover. Instead of the chorus, though, I give us the first verse.
We're gonna build out an entire song.
I think if enough people keep sending this in, you guys will be able to build out a whole song.
I keep spoiling stuff. Sorry, I'm just kind of too smart for my own good.
Oh my goodness.
I-
ABP, baby, it's my new addiction. These stories are nuts, but they're all non-fiction. All of the internet, they are the most judgy. Josh, Christian, and Rick, yeah, they're so damn lovely. Baby, do you like this pod? The
Okay,
tangents
crazy. Just
go
showing off the
on
pipes.
and on. Yeah, they never, ever stop. When they're judging it for me, judging it for me.
That was incredible.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Can I two things real quick?
That was really good.
One, I very much enjoy that, like, and we see it in our fan base too, that you have a lot of creative people, and I really, like,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
awesome
yeah.
as hell. Number two, I go to the gym all the fucking time, and, like, not all the
Flex.
time, one time a year. But, like, I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but, like, if you listen to Hot to Go on the treadmill, it's so hard not to do the letters in front of everybody of the
front of
Planet
everyone, just
Fitness.
on
It's
the-
so hard, man.
That's great.
And hey, why not one more? I hear you're all clamoring for one more.
Yes,
yeah,
I am.
I
Yeah.
am a clamoring.
My name is Heather, and I've been listening to the podcast since episode 32. One of my favorite artists is Chapel Roan, and I know we have gotten many Hot to Go remixes, which sparked me an idea to do a different one of her songs.
How do people remember what episode they started at?
Great question.
No.
I do like you boosting my ego,
Yeah.
saying you're a long time.
I don't remember
long
which
time,
episode
first
we
time.
started at for our own show, so yeah.
I don't remember
92.
as soon as we stopped
That's true.
recording.
That's exactly how I am, and it is immediately out of my brain.
It freaks me out too. I'm like, what the fuck did I say?
Literally.
like, oh god.
And
Yeah.
here we go.
Think I'm gonna call it off, even if you call it love. I just wanna love someone who calls me Chrissy. can kiss 100 bricks and bars. Piss another shit, try to stop the feeling. You can say it's just the way you are. Make another pod for a stupid reason. Good luck, Josh. Well, good luck, Josh.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it.
Loved that one too.
Hell yeah.
That was
So there's
great.
our tri-weekly Chapel Roan roundup of listener submitted sounds.
They're going crazy with them.
They are.
Yeah. Gonna have a whole album.
That's what I'm kind of hoping.
I hope she sees it and she's like, "This is incredible. I want to be a guest."
You guys flexed earlier. We are mutuals with somebody who's mutuals with Chapel Roan.
Oh,
So
shit.
Dude, hell yeah.
They're coming to my birthday party. No big deal.
I mean, Chapel is a Midwest princess. I feel like she wouldn't complain about coming to nowhere, Illinois.
I had to call myself out again because in Pink Pony Club, she sings about going back to Tennessee, and I had this whole like tirade about how Tennessee isn't in the Midwest.
She's not the.
She's from
But she's from
That's South,
Missouri,
right? Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
just said Tennessee in the song because it sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I that's why I pulled myself back because I had this whole tirade written. And I was like, nope, she is from Missouri. She is a Midwest
And
princess.
we agreed that Missouri is Midwest.
One of the only states.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw our debate on that. We only put about 3 states in the Midwest.
Okay.
Missouri,
that's fair.
Illinois, and Iowa, and that's it.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
As
I have no votes in
Floridian,
this race.
From-
As a
Yeah.
Floridian, we're not anything. It's just Florida. That's how I see it
it's
on all the
just
Some
maps.
hell.
beast,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
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 so I'm going to read a listener submitted story here, which always comes after our listener submitted sound. If you want to have a whole bonus episode with listener submitted stories only, that's patreon.com/judgiespod. Hello, I sent this story to a podcast will save this relationship because I thought they would enjoy it as well.
Fuck yeah.
I reread my
Whoops.
original email and thought the wording and grammar were horrible, so I edited it. It's still bad, but
That's
better.
probably why we didn't read it.
Now, this is from 2023. I don't know if you guys have read this story or not.
I think we stopped doing listener submissions, not because we don't like them. We do very much appreciate them, but like when our TikToks were getting stolen, I was like, I don't want to put
Yeah.
That's fair.
random
It was a lot of, like,
yeah.
People were sending in shit, and then they were like, "Hey, take it down," and we were like, "We physically can't. If
Right.
someone's
It's, yeah.
stealing it, so we can't."
It's a great
Yeah.
point. I've never thought about that. We typically don't put our listener submitted stories up, not
Yeah.
because
That's smart.
we
Yeah.
choose
That's
not
very
to.
smart.
It's not smart.
Yeah.
It's dumb luck because mostly they aren't written good enough to do well virally.
That also is a fair point.
Most weeks I
okay,
skip over the listener submitted story when I'm doing TikToks solely for that point.
That's
That's
real.
real. Also, real quick, and this is again like a little bit too like behind the scenes, but like they've started just like taking from YouTube now too. They don't even take from TikTok because I can
that
tell
makes
because it's in
sense.
the wide angle as opposed to the vertical.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
makes
their
sense.
quality got better.
yeah.
We've got one bot account that follows us, and I see it like our videos, and I'm just like every couple weeks I try to re-report it to show that it's like stealing, and TikTok's like, no, it's not stealing your
Never,
content.
not
Has
a
it ever
single.
worked for you to report one
No,
of them
never.
or no?
All right, sweet.
Yeah,
We're
same.
the same in that. Yeah.
Hi, Judgies, and a podcast will save this relationship.
Hello.
I've been a long-time listener and a recent Discord lurker. Trigger warning, SA. And I've always wanted to share some stories. This one seemed the shortest, but still funny. This happened a few years ago when I was a young gal, still in the midst of university and figuring out my boundaries with online friends.
Okay.
British. I ended up in too
Because
many...
of gal?
No, because I was in university.
Okay. Could be in Canadian.
Could be, probably not. Canadians aren't real.
You're gonna get a lot of Americans don't go to university comments, like a lot.
We don't go to uni.
That's true.
I
true.
ended up in too many friend groups and came in contact with some interesting people. I made one friend, let's call him Pee-wee. And this is very interesting that you brought up Scaly earlier. He seemed chill and was fun to chat with. He was a bit overly sexual when chatting, but nothing unusual. As I was already surrounded by horny university friends, I would tell way too many details of their sex lives. Anyways, this would be my mistake later on. During this time, I finally felt competent in my digital art skills and opened my commissions. I was pretty much open to drawing anything. Peavy was excited, but hesitant to ask me. He said his choices were a bit different and worried I'd judge him. How dare he?
That's our job.
Having other furry friends, I'd assume this was the start of my furry art journey. I had fully accepted it that it was my destiny as a digital artist to eventually draw some form of furry porn, and I wanted to create an accepting environment.
Okay, that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
So I accepted his offer and told him not to worry because everyone has their own thing, and I honestly don't really care. I did not expect my next 2 weeks to be full of anime porn featuring younger-looking anime OCs, bondage, and aggressive, non-consensual sex.
Not
Trigger
great.
warning, SA. Did not read that part when I skimmed this. Not just
All right.
look...
Sorry. Jesus. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah,
You guys need to
okay.
save this relationship. Lock
It's-
in.
With what?
Yeah.
Lock in.
with the porn? Like, what do you mean?
Are you
What
not
relation-
picturing it? Lock in.
Where's the scaly part coming in? Because you said that, and then you were like younger looking OCs.
Well, just
I'm like, that's a bigger issue.
The scaly to furry pipeline, I feel like.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
fair
fucked
enough.
up.
No, I get that.
Don't even.
Well, a scaly is an advanced furry.
Thank
Let's
you.
get it straight.
The,
yeah.
the furry to scaly pipeline.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Not just looking. I researched and wrote notes. I grew increasingly uncomfortable about how young the adult OC looked, but I pushed through it. Mistake number 3. Looking back, it's kind of wild that I studied this alongside my psychology midterms.
No, for some reason that makes sense.
It's some weird modern
Also
day Oedipus.
simultaneously learning about like Freud and being like, huh, interesting.
I guess they're both humanities at the end of the day. You know.
But I diligently completed my work and sent it to him. He seemed happy with the work, but wanted some minor changes. He specifically wanted some changes to the penis. Which
Bigger,
is
more veins.
a fun
You
sentence.
wish. I feel like
Yeah.
Longer.
I feel like you wish. That was the request.
Now, and why didn't you guys read this story?
I don't know if we read it just in general, like because I can't remember. It might be in the form. Oh, okay.
This might have been the one that made our intern quit.
That is true. Yeah, when we
Like,
were a lot
shit, I don't
smaller,
even
we
know.
had an intern. She
Yeah.
she offered first, and we are like, I mean, I guess we'll try this out, and then
and we were like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
and honestly,
Not because of her. She did a great
yeah, I don't
job.
blame them at all. Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable, but I ignored my feeling and said, of course. Mistake number 4. Now, being the asexual virgin that I am, I had no idea what looked wrong about the penis, so I did more research and asked a friend. And she was a saint for answering that question on a Wednesday night. This is like Rick from Pawn Stars, like, let me call up my penis expert.
I got an expert on
You
this.
got a penis
I
expert
got a
on
penis
speed?
guy.
No, my friend's seen a lot of cock. Let me call her up. I wanted to finish the commission pretty quickly, so I did it while my dad was at home. So
Uh-oh.
Oh.
let me set the scene.
This feels like one of those things where it's like, you should know the universe is against you. How are you ever testing your luck of drawing furry porn while your dad's home?
Well, they had big headphones on, blasting anime music. I was furiously drawing.
Boo.
Nice.
Wait, did
That's
our
why I
listener
didn't
write
read
that,
it
or
yet.
did you ad lib?
It was their listener. The screen was fully zoomed into the public area of the OC with a butt plug and other toys around him. I was adding humanly fluids and making the penis much bigger. This should have been on the bonus episode, huh?
Why? You think YouTube's not gonna like this for some reason? I don't know why you would say that.
I love that both Joshes never fully read through the shit that they're going to read
Why
on the
would?
podcast.
It's more fun that way.
It's not.
I read
It
the
sucks.
first paragraph. I read the last paragraph. What else is there to know?
Listen, only one time there was a slur in there I didn't realize was in there. That's fine. That's okay.
that's-
Like, geez.
No, yeah. It was fucked
What is
up.
that? 1 for 100? That's fine. 1% fail rate.
That's where you
It's
learned
more
about
than that.
5Es.
That's true. Below.
I wrote the story. Yeah, but yeah.
I wasn't paying much attention to anything else going on around me. My dad had a question and walked into my room without knocking. He turns the corner in your room, Rich, and I just catch him out the corner of my eye. He saw the
Corner
image
in your eye, Rich.
He saw the image for a whole ass second, which I swiped my screen away. A Mac. Extremely rich. This is crazy.
Yeah, shit.
We
Professional.
both ignored the screen and he asked me for directions to a relative's new home. I turned back to the computer and accidentally swiped my screen, showing a full glorious picture of my OC. I fumbled and it took an eternity to swipe it away to open a new window. My dad stayed completely silent. I gave him directions and then he left. We've not said a word to each other about that moment, and now he knocks on my door before entering.
Well, lesson learned, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Respectful.
I mean,
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah, no, honestly, your privacy was invaded. Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
don't
only thing
think that you
wrong is
need
the
to talk
younger
about
OC.
it. That's one
That's
where
fair.
the communication
between you
doesn't
and
need to
God.
happen to do anything here.
honestly,
So
the silence kind of did all the talking.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You should cut the signs by saying, like, well, I'm going to earn a fuck ton of money from that, so, like,
Yeah.
get with it.
Let's hope.
But as for
Yeah.
friends, it's actually a free commission shit.
Well, eventually, I learned the skill that will let me earn money eventually from this.
Yes.
Exposure.
You get the
That's what
exposure,
we get
right.
paid in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys wanted to get paid?
I thought you were paying us.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I didn't read that email where it's like you guys need to pay like
Yeah.
Right.
$1 per thousand, right? That's what we agreed on. Yeah,
Just put it on the Josh tab.
got it.
Yeah.
Now, do we want another listener submitted story, or do we want a Reddit story?
I go either
Well,
way.
the
Let's do a listener.
last listener submitted one just kind of scared me a little bit. So I suppose I'll leave it up to you. It is your episode.
can I hear the titles of both? How about I go off of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, the title of the listener submitted story is Listener Submitted Story.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Nice, clean, to the
Great.
point. Yeah.
Good.
And the other one is Would I be the asshole for exposing my crush's racist party?
Interesting.
Sarah, write that one down for later, just in case.
I do think we read that one, right?
I'm going to read the listener submitted story. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Josh, guess how many eyes are in hi that I just said?
It's got to be between 10 and 20. I'm gonna go 14.
Sarah, you want to take a
That's
guess?
a lot. 8.
Richard?
6.
Ooh, I was going to say 6.
Wow.
I guess I'll split the difference here and go 7.
Yeah, it's 14. It must be a Josh thing.
Wait, really? No, that's
Yeah.
not fucking true. You're lying.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
Oh, I can't see it on the riverside, the Great App Riverside, but yeah.
Yeah, hey, you'll have to trust Josh's word on this one. I am obsessed with your pod. Listen to every episode and absolutely love you guys. Waiting for the podcast will save this relationship collab.
Oh shit.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah.
Have a quick poop story for you guys.
Oh,
Judgment-free zone. It's fine. It's all good. It's no.
Let's
okay,
go.
okay.
It's fine. I'd love that that's the one that you're like, oh, let's get permission for
are
that
you
one.
guys okay with talking about?
Are we good with that? Or
Are we gonna be huge assholes about this or not?
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with cancer this past year of 2022. I've been in chemo since March and finished today, September 2022. Almost.
Yay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey.
Congrats.
Congrats.
You love to hear it.
So, just a little info. Chemotherapy drugs have the side effect of causing terrible constipation and or diarrhea on top of all the other fun stuff. Hair loss, body aches, nausea, weight loss, etc. One time after coming out of chemo for the day, my boyfriend and I were walking to the car. I'm pretty out of it because they load you full of anti-anxiety medications and sometimes Benadryl. As we got to the second floor of the parking garage, my stomach started rumbling. And now I had been dealing with some pretty bad constipation the days leading up to the chemo, so I was hoping that I would have to poop when I got home. We got to the car, and as I'm opening the door, I feel a fart coming. Well, turns out it wasn't. Instead, I just feel warm liquid running down my leg. Clearly, I'd made a face, and my boyfriend asked me what was wrong, and I had burst into tears, laughing, begging him to take me home.
Play it cool. Play it cool.
I cried all the way home. I guess not laughing. I inserted laughing. I wanted to make it lighter. They're actually pretty broken up about it.
Get lighter. The opening is
The editorializing is
I had
really
cancer.
crazy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the cancer is bringing it down so much, I had to try to lighten it up.
My passive language on this cancer story is going crazy. Clearly, I made a face, blah, blah, blah. Thankfully, this is something I laugh about now. There it was, because of how ridiculous it was. But seriously, I love you guys. Erica and Christian, I hope you and the baby are doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Not, but
And that person is a social media manager. Maybe we reach out.
Ooh.
Oh.
How
Do you
about
guys want
that?
to start a podcast network real quick or not?
Yeah, so Reddit Podcast Network. No, it's okay.
And hey, that's it for the stories I got to read. It sounds like all of them went off with a resounding success.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we did good in the world today. Yeah, for sure.
I think so too.
We
We solved everything. We saved every relationship.
all the relationships
possible.
were saved and judged at the same time.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. was great.
Synergy.
Notes, comments, questions, concerns, apologies.
I apologize for
no.
swearing so much. I hope there's not that many censors. I don't know if you guys.
Oh yeah, do you guys?
I should have asked that beforehand.
Yeah, no, we.
This is the
God.
#1 free speech podcast on the internet.
Yeah.
Ah, hell yeah, brother.
Nice.
#1 for First Amendment. I've always said that.
Number 2 for the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah. The guy who's the Trump Assassins merch beat us out for that one.
Yeah.
That guy's the #1, #2. Talk to actually is pushing us for #1 on #1.
Oh, we're doing that one afterwards too. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna
You guys gotta talk to us.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about particle. We're gonna talk about CERN. If you guys have ever heard about that.
Oh, of course.
And angels and demons mostly.
I was
But
going to say.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm the angels and demons person, and then Josh is the CERN boy.
Wow, that's concerning to say the least. Go ahead and let our listeners know where the heck they can find you once more.
Josh, go
I
do
guess,
it.
yeah.
Do it
We're a
again.
podcast will save its relationship on all podcasting platforms. APWSTR Productions on YouTube and APWSTR on TikTok. And our link tree, I think, is just a podcast will save this. That has all our stuff as well as a bunch of links for Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. They're all in there as well. So, yeah.
hell yeah.
And if you want even more of us 5 goofballs goofing around, you can do it over on patreon.com/judgiespod for our
Weekly bonus episode.
where it's all listener submitted stories, not a single Reddit one. Sorry, folks. Erica, where else can they find us?
Wherever you're on the internet, we're probably there too, and our handle's @JudgiesPod. That's JUDGIES pod.
And then we just sit here awkwardly
It's
for
been a blast, guys.
24
Hell yeah,
seconds.
this was fun. Yeah.
This is great. I knew we would vibe.
Yeah.
I
I knew it.
You guys actually look like fucking idiots now. I hit it once out of every, I don't know,
226.
The Judgies love you.
Bye.